Some of you are only here for the wins. Well, this is the video for you. I've gone on untap.gg. I've filtered Platinum to Mythic. I found the deck that wins the most. They're calling it Mardu Aggro, which is wrong, but we'll talk about that. And this deck not only wins, it wins very quickly. So let's see it in action today. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena today, Mardu Aggro. Well, I don't know why untap.gg is classifying this as Mardu, because we literally don't have any black mana in the mana base. We have a Callous Sellsword, but it's there just for the burn together. So I think what this really is a Boros Enchantment deck. Now, there is one difference in this deck list, this high win rate deck list, that I hadn't seen. And that is Flowerfoot Swordmaster. I had to craft this card because I didn't have it. Didn't have the full playset. 1/2, Offspring 2. It's going to come with a 1/1 copy of itself if you pay the Offspring cost. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, mice you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So it's also a mouse deck. We've got Flowerfoot Swordmaster, Heartfire Hero, and 2 Manifold Mouses, and 4 Emberheart Challengers. And then in the non-mouse creature category, we've got the Optimistic Scavenger, which you see in all these decks, putting +1/+1 counters whenever you play an enchantment. 4 of Shard Mage's Rescue, that's no surprise. 4 of Ethereal Armor, that's no surprise. 4 of Sheltered by Ghosts, that's no surprise. 4 of Monstrous Rage, that's no surprise. 3 Feather of Flights. I've seen some decks that don't run this. I've seen some decks that, I guess, run the full 4. But kind of interesting. In terms of lands, we're at 20 lands. We do have Raucous Carnival here. So we do deal enough damage with this deck. I'm expecting that the Raucous Carnival will be untapped some amount of the time. And we do have Abraded Bluffs. So 4 tap lands, a little split between those two. A little bit heavier on plains and mountains. This deck list apparently wins really fast. So let's take it to the ladder. Let's see how fast we can rank up, and stick around to the end because I will talk about my personal win rate and experiences with the deck, not just the games I was able to fit into the video. Let's go.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Testing out the deck that untap.gg is calling the best deck in Standard. Mardu Aggro. Oh, it's Mardu hand. We have some creatures. We play a tap land off the bat, or just get the Heartfire Hero. And maybe turn 2 we're tap land. We can start doing these Flowerfoots for double. Ooh, okay, mono green. The other option is we put a Feather of Flight on this guy because not going to be smacking in without it. Possibility here we draw a land, but we didn't. Sheltered by Ghosts should be pretty good. Let's hope they don't have a fight spell. Hunter's Talent. Okay. Take some damage for that. Really want an untapped land. Oh, we got it. Okay. So, we could play an unoffspringed Swordmaster. Or we could just start going wide. We're at 16. I think we'll just start going wide. We might get better targets for Sheltered by Ghosts. Gonna eat our graveyard. Axbane Ferox, for example. Oh, collect evidence 4, and it's hard to do when they're eating our graveyard. No blocks. Okay, this is now getting quite tricky. Let's see. So if we Shelter by Ghosts on this, we can get some triggers. And then we can Monstrous Rage this. Maybe we were supposed to Monstrous Rage that just to get more lifelink. Hit them, but no, actually no, we've got lethal. And target creature we control deals damage. Boom. Hey, easy win. Sorry, mono green. I'm always on the lookout for a deck that can rank up quickly in standard. This average game time looks like about 3.5 minutes. So that's another thing we can test out. Opponent goes first. We have absolutely no creatures. I'm going to mulligan that hand. All right, we have 1 creature. I don't expect that we're going to need 3 lands right away. We have 2 creatures, Optimistic Scavenger and Emberheart Challenger. And we have to lose something. I guess I'll lose the Feather of Flight. Maybe hit the 3rd land. If we'd known we were going to draw that, we could have ditched a land. And a cut down. And another Hopeless Nightmare. Adios Plains. Emberheart Challenger. Getting in. Taking to 18. Do they have another removal spell? They do. Go for the throat. Alright, now we're just kind of toast. Well, okay. Flowerfoot Swordmaster. Without the land, we cannot duplicate it. Opponent's at 4 mana. They got more removal. Thought Stalker, a Warlock. So we're gonna have to lose something. Guess we'll lose the Monstrous Rage because the Shelter by Ghosts will help protect the Swordmaster. It'll be kind of sad if they remove the Swordmaster and the Warlock comes back, but what do you know? Alright, we go to 19, they go to 15. Jeepless. Poor Jeepless. And they got a Shieldred. I guess we wish we had our Sheltered by Shelter from Ghosts there. Let's get in. They're gonna block. And we'll do 5 and 1. They get back the Warlock, but we don't lose any cards because we don't have any cards left. They're down to another Shieldred. Oh my goodness. Okay. Back down to 21. Ethereal Armor will eventually help fight Shieldred. Let's hope they don't draw any removal. Bandit's Talent. And they can start draining us with that, in addition to everything else. Back with the Warlock, keeping back Shieldred for defense. I guess we'll hold the land back in our hand. Not looking good here, folks. Not looking good. Opponent really had our number. Oh, hold back the land once again. But we're down to 7. I think we're probably toast here. Hopefully they won't attack with the Shieldred. Maybe we'll draw another removal spell. Nope. We're just going to lose to the Warlock in the drain here. Exactly one card in our deck that can save us. Ethereal Armor is not it. Let's go valiantly. Literally valiantly. Send in the 7/7. And concede. Up against a Jowly Savannah. Playing so-called Mardu Aggro. Once again, no creatures. Opponent is going first, so I guess we're mulligan. Got one creature. Don't think we need double Sellswords. We might not need triple lands. I wonder if we shouldn't put some black into the mana base just for the possibility of having this as a creature. Okay, Llanowar Elves. And Innkeeper's Talent. Go level 2. Buff up the elves. So another Inspiring Vantage. We're just all in on this Scavenger. Give it 12. Kind of just hoping for no interaction here. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Yeah, keep being slow, opponent. Wow, all our Inspiring Vantages. The doctor did not order. All right, end turn. Now, potentially, if we can get through for one more hit for 4, we've got the victory. It's a big if. Especially when an opponent is in black. This is that combo deck too. So if they go up to level 3 here, they play a loot. Put a plus. Play an additional land, but they don't seem to need to. Cool. Flowerfoot Swordmaster. Pass the turn, I guess. Gonna try to loot loot their way to victory here. Liliana Dreadhorde General. Yikes.
Let us march into battle and make new comrades.
Can make us sacrifice 2 creatures. They would lose their creatures though. Create a zombie. And they plus it up. Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay. We can absolutely... Well, if we do this, then each mouse is going to get a plus. We just try to make the Scavenger as big as possible. Let's So make the scavenger as big as possible, I think. We'll take loot. We will have to pay the ward. Plus here. Auto pay. Adios loot. And then let's just attack in. Get 3 trample damage. Plus 2 damage there. You do get to draw a card. But then we throw this at them and we win. Easy peasy. One creature keep. I'm wondering if we wait to play Manifold on 3. This would be a slow. Now potentially that's a control deck though. Oh wait, this is Manifold, so we can actually play that on 4? If we can sneak it past the control. See, are they a flash deck? Moment of Truth. This will be an interesting game. I haven't really seen control decks here. Audigen, okay. I like this. We got Sheltered by Ghosts. Beat that guy. We've got Protection with the Shard Mage's Rescue. We get 1 more mana. We got double Manifold Mice, Shard Mage's Rescue, Sleight of Hand. This just looks like an Oculus deck here. Go into the Flood Moth, pay the ward, and we'll say, nope, you wasted your whole turn. And at this point, double strike trample. Get them down low enough. Even if they bounce the Heartfire Hero, should be able to win with one of these Manifold Mice and the Sheltered by Ghosts. Soul Partition. And they spend their last mana. What do they find? Sheltered by Ghosts. By Ghost Jimmy Jim. Did we ever shelter anything? Well, that's double strike. That's lethal. So, got him. Okay, so how'd we do with the Mardu aggro? Well, roughly in line with the win rate. We didn't quite get up to the 65% win rate. Went 8 and 5. 63% on the play, 60% on the draw. So actually pretty strong on the draw. I would have expected a bit more on the play, and maybe there were some misplays. A match or two swung the other direction, and we get a better win rate. We had a 75% win rate against mono red, which is nice. We could not beat mono black. So I guess if this deck is bothering you, play some mono black, split with Golgari. We beat the blue-white Oculus deck handily there. A red-white mirror match we lost, but that's probably a 50% matchup. Really good against mono-green, against green-white, and against red-green. Just judging from the single sample error, or the single sample, small sample size error. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But what I do want to do is talk through this deck. So Feather of Flight was good for us. Is it a 3 of? I'm not sure. I really think this mana base could be improved. There's a couple matches where I wish we had manlands to just get in and get the last couple points of damage. I don't know if the Abraded Bluffs should really be in there. I think you'd probably just rather have a land that can at least sometimes be untapped, like the Raucous Carnival. The Callous Sellswords, they were a bad draw when we didn't have a creature. And so I think you do need that extra creature, but I don't know if Flowerfoot Swordmaster is it. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe the fact that, like, 400 games have been played with this deck and it has the highest win rate should tell me that my deck building instincts are wrong on this, but I don't know. There's not much wiggle room in the deck list. You definitely want the Scavenger, you definitely want the Ethereal Armors, you definitely want the Heartfire Heroes, you definitely want the well, do you definitely want the Monstrous Rages? You probably want at least a couple Monstrous Rages. Definitely want the Challenger. Manifold Mouse as a 2 of is interesting. Whether you would do that, maybe you would go up a land at some points. I don't know. We did flood out in a couple games. Hard to say, but it's a deck that wins. It wins fast. It ranked us up. We had one period where we were just winning, and it ranked us up, and then we had some like flat loss, get back to parity of where we were. So yeah, I don't know. If there might be a better deck to rank you up than this deck. That's my guess. I'm going to dig through the data and maybe make some more videos if I find any other cool decks in the game. But that's the data for you. Thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Mana Dad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.